Hola, hola, hola. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. I know that you have already heard the intro if you're listening to the audio, but welcome to the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel. And for those of you that are listening on the audio of your choice on whatever platform you listen to this show, whether you're on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, whatever it is, thank you for joining in. This is Marti Angel, host of Mujer De Exito Unbounded, which means Woman of Success Without Limits. I am your host, Marti Angel, and I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you guys that are here. Okay, so let me continue on and let's talk about what's going to happen today. So today on the Mujer De Exito Unbounded, today is going to be a special personal story. The seduction of being your own boss. My journey from chaos to confidence. It's so important. Hola mujeres, ¿cómo están? Espero que se encuentren muy bien. Soy Marti Ángel, la anfitriona de Mujer De Exito Unbounded. Hola amigas chulas hermosas. Welcome to another episode. As I said before, it is about the seduction of being your own boss. So today I am sharing a deeply personal story about my journey from the chaos of a 9-to-5 job to the confidence and freedom of being my own boss. And let me tell you, that was just something that was in the back of my head. I always thought, well, if I don't make it well, or I don't make it to where I want to be in the corporate world, or for me, that was in the educational world, which is very much the same as corporate world. The white foam rises and everything else stays at the bottom because they push you down. But that's for another episode. This episode is all about seduction. La seducción de ser tu propio jefe, ¿verdad? So, no, not that kind of seduction, but the seductive allure of entrepreneurship. Because I'm going to be honest with you, this is something we don't talk about. Es algo que no platicamos mucho. It is about being, seduced into being your own boss, working your own hours, creating your own money, and all of that stuff. But let me take you back to a time when my life felt like it was unraveling. Everything, my personal life was unraveling, all because it started out with my professional life and something that happened to me or that I was accused of, which, by the way, turned out to be bogus. But I was working a stable job, and yet every day, it felt like I was living a slow death. Todos los días que yo iba a trabajar sentía que, poco a poquito me estaba muriendo adentro. My spirit was yearning for more. I wanted more. I kept going to work and thinking, is this where I'm going to be the rest of my life? And I knew I had to make a change, but I was terrified. I was an educator, I was a principal, and I was thinking, well, what if I go to higher education? And I had to make a change because being an ADHD entrepreneur, we need to keep things moving. We get bored. So, when I was an educator, I was only at a school for 4 years, and then I moved up, and then, that's just how I am. Example, every school year we moved because I didn't want to buy yet, because even right now, like I'm buying, I'm in this house that's, but it's not my forever dream home yet. Like I haven't found that yet. That's just me. That's the ADHD in me. But I knew I had to make a change. I knew that if I stayed, I was going to get bored, and I was terrified any way you looked at it. But the digital world seemed vast and sort of intimidating, yet exciting at the same time. And I've always been a tech mentor. I've always been a techie. I love tech. But one day, I decided that I was going to drive to the beach, and while sitting by the ocean here in beautiful sunny San Diego, I had a moment of clarity. I realized that I had the power to change my destiny by one simple decision. Fue en ese momento donde hice una decisión when I decided to leave behind the security of my job and take a leap of faith into entrepreneurship. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. It is not for the faint of heart. I came from an entrepreneurial family. I came from a straddling family, and I personally have always been a straddler. I had some sort of a side gig going at the same time I was working. But let me tell you, when I made the big leap to just entrepreneurship, the early days were tough. And I'm still kind of in the early days, but they were tough, and I was overwhelmed, and I doubted myself, and I thought, why don't I just go back and get a teaching, job? They're offering me all kinds of teaching jobs, especially because I was a Spanish teacher and I was an algebra teacher. Math is really something that is needed. But my passion kept going. I knew that I was meant for more. I was meant to play on a larger stage. So I started business coaching. I have a degree in business. I had a business. I've had a business since I was 6 years old. So I started my Latina biz coaching with the goal of helping other mujerpreneurs navigate the digital landscape. But little did I know that this journey would be filled with both challenges and triumphs. The challenges would knock me to my knees and make me cry, and the triumphs would make me stand up, scream, and jump. But I remember, even to this day, last night is a perfect example. I had a sleepless night. I remember those sleepless nights, the endless hours in front of my computer and the constant fear of failure. Pero amigas, chulas, hermosas, let me tell you that each small victory was a beacon of hope. When I do something, even to this day, when I do something like yesterday, I finished the course that I had bought, and I actually implemented 2 things that I learned, because it's my thing I love to watch and implement. I'm an implementation coach. I guess I should be an implementation coach, right? But let me tell you that each small victory is a beacon of hope. So at some point, I realized that every step forward, no matter how small, was a moment that I had to, make sure to celebrate myself. And no matter how small, I was taking steps toward my dreams. And to this day, I still take steps to my dreams. I know there's a lot of people out there that are ageist. Los conozco muy bien. They keep on telling me, hey, lady, you're over the age of 58. Why don't you stop? Stop, lady. Just go retire somewhere. But I'm not ready to retire. My ADHD won't let me. The turning point. After listening to all that, though, let me tell you, déjenme decirles, the turning point came when I discovered the power of community, el poder de la comunidad. Connecting with other mujerpreneurs was a game changer for me, because juntas, we continue to lift each other up. and we overcome obstacles that come our way. This is so true in my network marketing world. In my network marketing world, I'm starting to create a new team of Latina entrepreneurs, and it's just so amazing because we all need an extra stream of income. And whether it's affiliate marketing, which I do, whether it is writing, blogging, which I do, whether it is creating a book and selling that book, which I do, whether it is creating a mug and selling that is what I do, or whether it is, podcasting, which is what I do, right? I do a lot of things, but because I am empowered by the Latinas who surround me, juntas, we uplift each other. And that's why I began to start a community. We uplift each other and we overcome obstacles. It's so crucial to have a support system. It was crucial to my success. We shared stories and struggles and our triumphs. And in those moments when I was crying and they were, hey, you're not alone. That, my friends, is the moment I realized that this is where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in this comunidad. And it's so, so important. But if you're feeling, let me tell you, if you are feeling that same burning desire to take control of your destiny because you're being seduced by the notion of being your own boss, I have something very special for you. I'm going to share with you a link to download my guide, The Seduction of Being Your Own Boss. It's filled with tips and strategies to help you start your journey. All you have to do is head over to my Stan Store, or if you're watching me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, drop me a comment saying, hey, give me my guide, or hey guide, or just guide, and I will send you over the link to this Stan Store so you can see it. I will also just add it in the description below and in the show notes if you're listening to me. So head on over to the Stan Store and get your copy today. Okay, let's talk about otra vez. Let's talk about me. I built my business. I realized I built my business, realizing that being your own boss isn't just about the freedom. It isn't just about the power. It's about the impact that you can make. So for me, moving forward is about the fact that I don't feel I have yet made the impact that I truly want to make. So what gets me up in the morning is that I wake up every day with a sense of purpose and pasión. Para ustedes, la MujerPreneur, knowing that I am helping otras mujeres achieve their dreams. That is so, so exciting for me. There is nothing more fulfilling for me than seeing a fellow MujerPreneur succeed and knowing that I had a hand in it. It just feels so good to know that somebody's succeeding because I was able to teach them something they didn't know, guide them to something that they needed, whatever it is. I mean, I remember the first time I helped a client achieve her goals. I didn't realize that that's what I was doing, but the joy and the gratitude in her eyes were indescribable. That's when I knew I had found my true calling. This journey, being a Latina biz coach, is more than just a business. It's about changing lives and creating a legacy. Este camino para mí de ser mujer emprendedora es más que un negocio. Estoy cambiando vidas, estoy creando un legado. And that is so important for me. So again, let me ask you, are you ready to take the next step? If so, join our community. Join the community of MujerPreneurs, where we support each other. We share resources. I share tutorials, and we celebrate our successes together. Again, visit my stand store and find out how you, Mujer Chula Hermosa, can be part of this amazing comunidad. Now, I want to share a little secret with you. The seduction of being your own boss is not just about external rewards. It's about the internal transformation. You see, I've grown so much as a person through this journey. He crecido tanto por este camino donde voy. I've become more confident, I've become more resilient, and I have become more empowered. I have learned to trust myself and to embrace the unique strengths. And you, hermosa, mujer, chula, my dear listener, you can do the same. If you have a dream, si tienes un sueño, lo que digo yo is go after it with all your heart. Sigue adelante. Trust in yourself. Embrace your cultural identity and don't be afraid to ask for help. If you don't know who to ask for help, send me a DM. I still answer my DMs myself. The road may be tough, but the rewards, mujeres hermosas chulas, are so worth it. So worth it. And I want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with something that's really important. I want to leave you with this. The journey to becoming your own boss is a seductive dance between passion and perseverance. Let me repeat that. The journey of becoming your own boss is all about falling in love with your vision and being willing to do whatever it takes to bring it to life. Let me repeat that. It's about falling in love with your vision and being willing to do whatever it takes to bring it to life. Hermosas, chulas, that is what is so important. That's the seductive part. So, I don't want you to wait another day to start your journey. Trust me. Let's lock arms. I would be so incredibly grateful for you to search me out and join my community. But I want you to go to my stand store, download the seduction of being your own boss from my stand store. Anything else you want to download from there is also game. But I want you to take the first steps toward creating the life you have always dreamed of. Empieza a crear paso a paso la vida que tú pensabas que tú podrías tener. Quiero que te acuerdes que tú eres poderosa. Believe in yourself. Take that leap of faith and watch. Watch as your dreams unfold before your eyes. Chulas, hermosas, I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you, my watchers on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, my listeners, and a reminder that if you listen to wherever you listen, make sure to download. That's how they give us credit, by the downloads, not by the listeners, but by the downloads. So download this episode. You can throw it away when you're done, or you can share it. But thank you for listening, amigas chulas hermosas. This is your host of the Mujer De Exito Unbounded, a podcast where we, go raw and real, and I give tips for your success. And then my guests give stories, real life stories of how they went from surviving to thriving. So, mujeres hermosas, until the next time, hasta la siguiente. Acuérdense, remember that juntas podemos más. Let's stay together. Let's build together. Let's rise together because juntas, mujeres, we can do this. This is Marti Angel, your host of the Mujer De Exito Unbounded, signing off, saying muchas gracias por estar aquí. I am so incredibly grateful. Today was a short and sweet and to the point little podcast, what I call drive time podcasts. I hope you have a beautiful day. And as always, namaste.